Hi, I'm Robin and welcome to Rebalance Pilates at Home. In today's video, we're going to be taking you through an intermediate ab Pilates workout. I'm so excited for you to join me today. Let's have some fun. Hi, let's get right into it. So because we're doing a lot of abdominal and oblique work today, we're going to start by just doing a little bit of a stretch. I'm just going to sit cross-legged here, inhaling one arm up, taking a breath in, and on the exhale, allowing yourself to fall over, reaching through those fingers, going for a nice big stretch. So you want to stay anchored in the hip that's connected to the ground, so that way you really feel like you're reaching up and lengthening those oblique tissues and those rib tissues, and then coming back up. Let's do the other side, up and over. Nice and easy here. And up, just easy breaths. One more time on each side, nice and easy. You want to feel that stretch between the rib cage, or between each rib of the rib cage. Up and over. And up. Let's do a little rotation through the spine, again, just to mobilize and prepare us for that rotational oblique work that we're going to be doing. So the arms are out in front, turning the head toward the right arm, allowing that right arm to bend. And I'm going to keep looking at that arm as I bend the elbow, reaching my other hand out in front of me, and then coming back to center. Other side. The head starts the movement, then the collarbone, then the rib cage, and we rotate around and back to center. Let's do that again. Head, collarbone, rib cage, rotating around and center, and again, rotating, 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 and center. One last time here on each side, rotating around with control. Last one here. And back. We are going to start by sitting on our bums. Feet are going to be out nice and long in front of us, arms out. We're going to start with some nice half rollbacks to warm up that lumbar spine. Taking a breath in, on my exhale, I'm going to let my tailbone roll toward my pubic bone deepening up toward my belly button. So I'm really feeling pelvic floor and low abdominals engaging. Taking a breath in. And exhale, rolling myself back up. So using the breath, deepening those abdominals to help with that pelvic wheel as I come back up. And again, scoop. And coming up. And scoop, deepening through those abdominals, rolling, tailbone to pubic bone to belly button, coming off those sit bones. Stay open through the chest. So trying not to get into this rounded position. That's going to compromise my abdominal support. I want to stay nice and open through the chest as I do this. Last one, reaching out through those toes as I roll that pelvic wheel. Pausing here, taking a breath in. On the exhale, let's bring our arms together into genie arms, and I'm going to rotate toward the camera. Back to center. Rotate away from the camera. Back to center. So feeling that waist wrapping around the center of the body. Exhaling. Back to center. One more time each side. Rotating head, collarbone, rib cage, just like we did in our warm-up. Back to center. Reach the arms out. Take a breath in. Exhale, deepen through those abdominals as you roll yourself up through the spine. Let's do it again. Scooping through those low tummy muscles, pulling those abdominals in. Genie arms. Let's start with the opposite direction. Head, collarbone, rib cage, and center. Head, collarbone, rib cage, and center. Nice and easy movement here, deepening those abdominals. Hopefully you're starting to feel the little shaky shakes. I am. One more time, and we've barely gotten started. So it gives you an indication of where we're going to go. In terms of our work today, reaching out, take a breath in, exhale, and up. So we continue and we build. Let's scoop through those tummy muscles, bring those hands back to genie arms. Let's bring the leg closest to the camera up, and I'm going to rotate 8 times just towards that leg. And 3. Back to center, rotate 4. Back to center, rotate 5. 6. 7. Last one, 8. Let's do a little bonus exercise here. Just extend that leg up, bend. Let's rotate to center. Let that leg go long. Reach the arms out. And up. Let's do that on the other side. Scooping through the tummy muscles. Pulling the leg in, go to genie arms and rotate for 8. Back to center. And rotate. Back to center. Lots of work happening here. Not only through those low abdominals and obliques, but also through the hip flexors for 3. Those legs working, 2. Last one, here's our little bonus exercise. Extend that leg, extend that leg, extend that leg. Bend, come back to center, lower down, reach the arms out, breath in. Exhale. All right, we're going to roll ourselves down to the ground, taking a breath in, scooping through those tummy muscles, deepening through that pelvic floor, rolling down through the spine, all the way down, hands coming back overhead. Let's roll ourselves up. Arms coming up. I'm going to start by tipping my head forward, curling up so I'm at the base of my shoulder blades. Breath in. Exhale, use that breath to help you come up. I'm going to come up and over my legs, reaching my hands long. And I'm just going to go right back into a scoop. Deepening those abdominals. Let the pelvic wheel roll. Keep letting it roll so you get to roll through that low back. Sometimes we cheat ourselves and we don't get to roll through the pelvis quite as much as we actually can. Breath in. Exhale, deepen those abdominals, rolling yourself up. Reaching out. One last time to come down to the floor and stay. Scooping the tummy muscles. Let the pelvis roll. Let it roll. Keep letting it roll. Keep letting it roll. Keep letting it roll all the way down. Arms coming back up. And let's just bring the legs to tabletop. Or to sitting and then to tabletop. All right. From here, let's give the curling, the flexion, a bit of a break. And we're going to let the knees fall to the side. They don't have to touch the floor. Deepen through the obliques as you come back up. And again. And good. Use the breath. Inhaling over. Use that breath to bring that hip down to the floor. And again. Let's do it again. Let's rotate, pause, extend the legs, bend them, deepen those abdominals, and come on back. Other side, out you go. Extend the legs, bend the legs, deepen those abdominals, and return. One more time on each side. Over, extend, bend, breath in, exhale. Last one here. Up and over, extend, bend, take a breath in, exhale, and in. We're going to bring the legs down just for a moment. Let's just do a hip lift. I don't know about you, but I can definitely feel a little bit of tightness going through my hip flexors right now. So I'm just going to do a couple of hip lifts up and down to the ceiling, just to stretch everything out before I move back into my abdominal work. And it's just a nice opportunity to get the glutes to wake up. We are going to be using those glutes in a few minutes. So we just want to give them a little pre-call that they're going to be used. Tummy's nice and supported. Anchoring into those heels. One last time. Coming up and down. Let's extend the legs out nice and long. Hands are going to come behind the head. We're going to curl. I'm going to rotate toward you, so I'm on a diagonal, and then back to center. Curling up and rotating, and center. So if you imagine that your torso is this beautiful piece of origami paper, we want to fold the corners of the paper together. So think of that shoulder reaching for that opposite hip. But I want you to think of coming up and over like a rainbow rather than just kind of sinking the ribs and the shoulder and the hip all toward each other. And rotate. Let's do 2 more like this and rotate. And rotate. All right, let's make it a little bit more fun. Let's bring one leg up and rotate towards it. So pretty similar to what we did when we were sitting, but the orientation is a little different now. We're also really using those upper fibers of our abdominals with this exercise, while when we were sitting, it was more the obliques waistline. 2 more. 1. Let's hold that. Extend the leg out, pull it in. Extend and pull it in. Stay lifted in the shoulder. Keep thinking of reaching for the opposite hip for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come in, lower the head and shoulders, lower the leg. Let's bring the other leg up. We're going to rotate towards it. 4, 10. Think of your shoulder reaching for the knee, so that way we get that up and folded feeling. Up and folded feeling. 5 more here. 5. Pulling those abdominals in for 3, 2, 1. Hold it, reach it out, pull it in. Reach it out, pull it in. Let's do 4 more here. Curl a little higher for 4. 2 more. 1 more time. Lower down and lower the leg down as well. Let's give the upper abs just a little bit of a break again, bringing the legs into tabletop. Just going into a nice toe tap here. So while our focus today is obliques, we are getting some other abdominal work in. And here is one of those chances. So we want to make sure those abdominals are working to help stabilize the pelvis and the spine against this work. So even though I'm not flexing through my ab work, I can still really feel that engagement. Let's do this for 2 and 1. Taking the feet, gluing those inner thighs together. Exhale, both legs come down and up. Now, if you don't touch the floor, that's okay. Work within a range that feels good for you. The last thing I wanted you to do is to start arching your back in order to make the movement happen. So if you feel like you're going into this position, which does not feel good, then don't touch the floor, only go halfway down. And then as you build up your abdominal support, challenge yourself with going a little lower, but only if you can stabilize the pelvis. We have 1 more time here. All right, I'm gonna flex my feet because I'm getting a bit of a foot cramp. Let's reach one leg out, pull it in. Reach the other leg out and pull it in. If you want more of a challenge, those arms can come up, but keep them heavy. So I don't want the shoulders climbing up to the ears or to the ceiling. We're just gonna keep them nice and heavy on the floor. Let's do this for 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those legs together. I'm going to keep my heels flexed and I'm extending both legs out and in. Let's send the arms out with it. Why not? Let's do this for 4, 3. You may notice I'm not going very low. If I go lower, I'll go to my back. So I'm working within a range that works for me. Last one. And in. Hands down, legs up. One leg down and up. The other leg down and up. Are you getting the shaky shakes yet? I am. Shaky shake. One leg at a time. Exhale. You can float those arms up if you want that extra challenge. Ooh. One more time on each side. Wow, lots of work happening. I'm gonna bring my arms down. Gonna lower the legs just to an angle I can maintain and up. Engaging those glutes and inner thighs and up. Let's do this for 4 and 3, 2, one more time. Up, down, lower those legs with control. Let's do a couple of hip lifts. Again, a lot of that work is hip flexor based work, not just abdominal. So I really want to stretch out my hip flexors. And to help do that, I need to engage my glutes. So I'm looking for the opposite force. And then coming down. Let's do that again. So I'm looking to engage my glutes, and as I press up, I really want to think of opening up through those hip flexors, allowing myself to reach out through the knees, feeling that stretch and long line. Hinge and come back down. And again, up. And down. One last hip lift up. And down. All right, let's do a nice big roll up to come up to sitting, taking a breath in. Exhale, tipping the head forward, breath in here. Exhale, deepen those abdominals, roll yourself up. And then we're gonna stack ourselves nice and tall through the spine. All right, let's come to kneeling. So, kneeling on your mat, extending one leg out, and the arms are gonna come out to the side. We're gonna do a little side dip here to get into those obliques again. So tipping forward like a little teapot, and then engaging through the obliques to come back up. So as you do this, you want to think of really stretching from that hip all the way up through the obliques and the ribs. And then as you come back up, imagine the ribs are melting themselves back down into those hips. Coming up and down. Nice little side bend. Let's do 4 more like this. 4 and 3. 2 more. One last time here. All right, we are coming down and staying down. Okay, arm is just gonna stay out nice and high. We're gonna do a little bit of leg work here, lifting and lowering that top leg. 2 and 3 and 4. So my hips are square. I am engaging my core here, so just because it's not the main focus, we're doing some glute work right now, doesn't mean that it's not active. We're gonna stay up there. Let's get that core involved a little bit more. We're gonna bend the knee and the elbow in, scooping through those tummy muscles and then reaching everything out long. So deepen those abdominals, curl that spine, reach out long. We're moving slowly through this so you really feel the work to curl through that oblique. Four more. And 3. 2 more. 1 more. Reach it out. Bring the leg down, arm up. Use those obliques to come back up. We're going back into that I'm a little teapot position, but we're gonna bring the hands behind the head now. So we're side bending, but you can't touch the floor. Deepen through those abdominals to come back up. And down. Deepen through those abs to come back up. And 6. 5. And 4. 3 more. 2 more. And then we get a little bonus on this next one. Hold that. Turn the head, collarbone, rib cage, little rotation back to center. head, collarbone, rib cage, little rotation, and center. And again. Whoo. Can you feel that work? Let's do this for 4. It's not a big movement. 3, 2, one more time. Back to center, deepen those abdominals, up you come. We have to go back into that leg work, so we're tipping ourselves down again. Arm is up, lift the leg 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last time, 8. Bring that arm up overhead, bend the knee, scoop, 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 scoop those abdominals. Reach it out long. Scoop, scoop, scoop those abs. And out. 3. And 4. Hopefully you're feeling that work by now. I certainly am. And 2 more here. 1 more time, scoop, 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 scoop. Reach it out, arm up, leg down, up you come. 1 more set of those little dips. 1, 2, 3. I can definitely feel that work. Whoa, right in here in that oblique. And guess what? We have a whole other side to do. But you know where we're going with it. 2 more. Last one. Let's hold it there. Let's do those little rotations. 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2 more. 1 more time. Back up. Whoo. And in. Other side right away. Sending that leg out. I'm a little teapot position. Tip it down. Deepen those abdominals. Come on, back up. So let those muscles slide open and let them slide together to help you come back up. And again. And let's do this for 4. And 3. 2 more here, working through it. 1 last time, we're gonna stay down there, keep the arm lifted, lifting the leg for 8. And 7, pulling those abs in for 6. Hips are really nice and square here. And 4, 3, 2, hold it up there, arm up overhead, bend the elbow to the knee, scoop, scoop, scoop those abdominals, reach it out long. Do, scoop, 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 and scoop. Let's do this 4 more times. 2 more. 1 more time. Up, lower the leg, and the arms come up. Back to our little dippers, but the hands are behind the head. Tip over, deepen those abdominals. Come on, back up. Tip it over. And over. I always find that the second side goes faster. So if you're already cursing me, it ends soon, I promise. And let's do 2 more here. 1 more time, deepening through those abdominals. Oh, we have to stay there and do our little rotation for 8. We cannot forget that. And 7. And 6. 5. 4. 3. Little rotations here. 2. Wrapping that waist. 1. Back to center and up. Open those arms wide, tip yourself over, hand up to the ceiling here, and we lift the leg. 8. And 7. And 6. 5, smile. I promise it makes a difference. 3, 2, Let's hold that leg up there. Bring the arm up overhead. Bend, scoop, scoop, scoop. And reach. Bend, scoop, scoop, scoop. And reach. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So close to finishing. 7. Last one. Find that scoop. Don't cheat yourself out of that last movement. Hold that out there. Arm up, leg down, coming up. Last little set of dips here. Over we go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So close to finishing. 4 left here. And 3 and 2. Last one. Stay on that diagonal. Rotate 6 times. 1 back to center. Rotate 2 back to center. 3, 4, 2 more to finish here. 5, last time. 6, and come on up. Arms out, and let's come down onto our hands and knees. Excellent work. Okay, let's sit ourselves back down. And we're gonna lie ourselves back down, scooping through those tummy muscles. Let's send those legs out, rolling back down through the spine. All right, let's bring those legs back into a nice neutral position. Bringing one leg to tabletop, breath in, the other leg to tabletop. Let's bring the arms out. So again, we're gonna challenge our body without flexion, extending the opposite arm and leg out, pulling it in. Opposite arm and leg out, pulling it in. Let's do this for 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels together, toes apart, keeping the arms up toward the ceiling, reaching out and pulling in. So I'm stretching those inner thighs, pointing those feet, flexing as I come back in, letting those inner thighs open. Nice little diamond shape with the legs here. Let's do this for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Come on in, bring those legs back to parallel. We're going back to that opposite arm and leg movement. Reaching out and in. One more time on each side. This time when I extend my leg and my arm, I'm gonna hold them out. Flex the foot, point the foot. Flex the foot, point the foot. So I have to maintain that leg out there, keeping that oblique really active to help stabilize. Let's do this for 3, 2, 1. Pull it in. Other side, reach it out, hold it, flex and point. Breathing through it, deepening those abdominals for 3, 2, 1. Pull it all in, hug the knees in toward the chest. We are not done yet. I'm just giving my hip flexors a break, my abs a break for a moment. We do need to take breaks. Catch our breath. All right, but we're not done yet. Let's bring our legs back into that heels together, toes apart position, nice diamond shape. What we're gonna do now is, as we reach our legs out on the diagonal, we're gonna curl up into that hundreds position. Bring it all back in, opening those legs wide. So the legs are gonna rotate to parallel, and then they're gonna rotate open as you come back in. Exhale. And Let's do 2 more like this. And I think you know where we're going with it. Last one, hold hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 22, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 32, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 42, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 52, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 62, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 72, 3, 4, 5, exhale, come higher, 82, 3, 4, 5, exhale, and 92, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, come higher, pull it all in, lower those legs. Whew. I hope you felt that work. We're going to just roll as gracefully as possible onto our bellies. We need to stretch all of that flexion and hip flexors out. Let's get some glutes and let's get some back work in here. So hands coming under the forehead. Let's pull those abdominals in and away from the floor, giving the bum a little squeeze. Energy is running all the way out through my legs here. Reaching out through the top of the head, gluing those hands to my forehead, just coming to a little bit of a lift and hover off of the floor, and then coming back down. So nice and supported here, lengthening through that spine. So you're not just picking the back up, but you feel like you're getting longer and longer and longer and longer, and down. And longer and longer and longer and longer, and down. And let's do this for 3. And 2. One last time. Let's hold it up there. Reach the arms out. Tap the arm closest to the camera, lift it up, and the one furthest away. So just a little bit of single arm tapping here, reaching out through those fingers. Nice and easy. One more time each side, staying in that little bit of extension, bringing those hands back in and lowering it all down. Let's work on those legs and glutes a little bit. So we're going to do a little single leg into double leg. Engaging through the leg closest to the camera, I'm going to reach up through those toes, really feel like I'm lengthening through the leg to lift my leg up and down. Other side. So make sure that the belly is still really pulling in here. And you want your hips and your pubic bone to feel fairly equal in terms of weight on the mat. If you feel like as you lift the leg, you're really sinking into those hip bones, then you might be losing a little bit of psoas support. So make sure that you're really engaging through the core. Make sure that you're really reaching out through the leg so you're feeling that stretch through the front of the leg. That's what we're really going for with this particular exercise. I'm still just switching my legs back and forth here, getting that feel of stretch before I move into the bulk of the exercise. One more time each side. Both legs are going to come up together now. Holding that, opening them both wide to the sides of the mat, pulling those inner thighs together. Open wide and together. Open wide and together. Let's do this for 4, 3, using those abdominals to help support the pelvis and the spine. 2, equal weight on the legs. One more time here. Pause just the leg closest to the camera and then in, then opposite side. So kind of a sneaky way to use our obliques here, because we have to stabilize against that one leg opening to the side. And in, out, and in, 2 more on each side. Feeling those glutes and inner thighs. 1 more time. Last one. And down. Let's just push ourselves back into a nice little child's pose. Stretching everything out. We're going to walk our hands over to the right, letting the bum sink to the left so you get a big stretch through the oblique, through the lat. And opposite side. Back to center. Rolling ourselves up through the spine. And up. We are not done yet. We're going to come onto our side for 1 more bit of side leg and arm work here. So I'm up on my forearm. Right away, that puts me in a modified side plank position, which means those obliques need to kick in. I'm actively pushing that floor away. My hips are square, and I'm going to stay with the legs bent. We are moving into a side kick here. I'm going to engage through the glute to lift the leg up, extend the leg out, flex the foot, going into my side kick. Kicking the leg forward with a flexed foot, pointing the foot as I go back. Flexed foot and point. So really staying up in that rib cage, pushing the floor away with my forearm and hand. And let's do this for 4. I hope you're enjoying this workout so far. I really am. It is a good amount of work. 2. Let's do 1 more here. Bring the leg back, turn the leg out. Circles here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's reverse that for 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to bring my leg back right in line with my hip joint, lowering the leg down so I can tuck my foot under. And I'm just going to do little hip lifts here, tapping my hip down to the floor, really finding again that side oblique engagement. Let's do this for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold that up there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. We are not done. We're lifting the leg back up, going back into our side kicks. Another set of 8. This is 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, last one here. 4, 8, turn the leg out, circle it. 1, 2, checking in with your body. Are you starting to sink and lose the support through the shoulder, through the rib cage? Push the floor away. Last one, reversing it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg to parallel. Let's keep it lifted. Come up, tap at 8, tap at 7, 6, 5. You can lower that leg if you need to for 4, 3, 2. Hold it up there. Hold it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Come down with control. And we got to go to the other side. So as gracefully as possible, hitting up the other side. I hope you're feeling the shakety shakes by now. I am. I hope you are too. We are going to push the floor away. Check in with yourself. Are you sinking? Push the floor away. Feel the ribs pull in. Feel that triangle peak under the armpit. We're going to lift the leg up, side kicks, back and forth 8 times. 3, and 4. Whoo, 5, we're almost done. And 6, 7, and 8. Turn that leg out, 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reversing. 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bringing the hip down, lift and tap, lift and tap. Try not to let that top hip roll back. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 5, for 4, for 3. Feel that oblique kicking in. Last one, and down. Last set here, and then we stretch. And 2, side kick 3. So close to finishing 4. Check in with yourself. Are you starting to lose your support? Really try to keep that rib active. Last one here. Hold it back there. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reversing it. The end is in sight. I promise. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that leg lifted. Lift the leg up. Tap it. 8, and 7, and 6, and 5. We're so close. I'm saying that more for myself than for you. We're so close, Robin. We can do this. Last one. Hold it up there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And down and control. So good. Okay. Let's come back into that big, nice, wide child's pose and really enjoy this stretch. Breathing into the lungs. Feel that rib cage expand. Let's reach those right fingers just a little bit further so you get just a little bit more of a stretch under the armpit, a little bit more of a stretch through that rib cage. Let it relax. Walk the left hand out. Feel that little bit more of a stretch. And in. We're going to walk our hands back, rolling ourselves up through the spine. I'm going to come and turn to face you. Let's finish with some nice side bends. A lot of oblique, a lot of abdominal stability today. Up and over. One more time on each side. Up and over. Very, very good work today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for welcoming me into your home. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.